Welcome in everybody to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down the recent free agency news involving your Kansas City Chiefs. So Chiefs Kingdom, as some of you might remember, I made a video a while back going over all the Kansas City Chiefs free agent signings, but in that video I actually missed a few free agents, and since that episode aired, the Chiefs have already brought back and signed a lot of new free agents. So without further ado, let us get into the Kansas City Chiefs 2020 free agency frenzy. The Chiefs were able to bring back defensive tackle Big Mike Pennel to a one-year deal, and I absolutely love this signing. I think that he went really underappreciated on that Chiefs defense, but the guy came in mid-season and made an immediate impact, and this is after him getting cut by the Patriots, and Brett Veach was somehow able to pick this guy up, and he was able to make an immediate impact on a Super Bowl team. That should just show you how talented this guy is and how great of a GM Brett Veach is. He was able to find a diamond in the rough and turn this guy into a monster on the defensive line. He was one of the biggest run stoppers we had, and I'm very confident when I say this, the Chiefs would not have won the Super Bowl without Big Mike Pennel. So this is a great signing. It's good to bring back another member of that Chiefs championship defense, and hopefully they can build off their performance last year and get even better this year. The next free agent the Chiefs were able to bring back this offseason was fullback Anthony Sherman to a one-year deal worth a little bit more than $1 million. And I'm a fan of this move. I think that being able to bring back another member of that championship offense is absolutely crucial. And Anthony Sherman is one of those guys that you really don't see on the field, but his importance to the team is undeniable. He's one of those big blockers on third down that if he was not on the field, Patrick Mahomes would be in some trouble, because I have seen him make countless blocks in the regular season and in the playoffs to save Patrick Mahomes and give him that little bit of extra time. And who knows, if he did not have that extra time, he might not be that great quarterback that we know him to be. So again, I'm a fan of this signing. I think that we just got one of the best fullbacks in the game on a very team-friendly contract. And if he could just develop his game in the passing game, he's going to be something special. But even if he only blocks on third downs for Mahomes, it's worth that signing completely. This next player is one that I forgot to mention in my last episode, but the Chiefs went ahead and signed offensive tackle Mike Remmers to a one-year deal. And I love this signing. The Chiefs could always add depth to that offensive line, and I think that even though he has never played center before, they might try to do what they did with Stefan Wisniewski and transfer him over to center. I would not be against that. The Chiefs could use a veteran offensive line presence, and Mike Remmers brings that to the table. So if they move him to center, that's great. I think he would get more playing time, but even if he's a backup guard, I still think that he would get a lot of playing time, because offensive line guys you can never get enough of. The next move is not a happy one, but the Chiefs decided to part ways with longtime fan favorite punter Dustin Colquitt after a 15-year career here in Kansas City. And first off, let me just tell you, Chiefs Kingdom, I have so much love and respect for Dustin Colquitt. He was here for 15 long years. He experienced both the good and the very bad of Chiefs football. And through it all, he was able to stay strong, and he was consistent for his entire 15-year career here. And as a punter, that's all you can ask. And I think that it's going to be different not seeing him in a Chiefs uniform, but hopefully he just retires and goes out a Chief. And something that I don't think a lot of Chiefs fans really understand is not only was Dustin Colquitt always consistent and a good player on the field, but he was just a great guy off the field. He was so involved in the community, and he was such a great role model to children everywhere. That is something that just adds to his legacy here in Kansas City. So thank you, Dustin Colquitt. Thank you for everything you did for Kansas City, not only on the football field, but in the community as well. And I bet that the Chiefs are already working on retiring that number 2 jersey and putting your name in the Ring of Honor. So once again, goodbye to Super Bowl 54 champion Dustin Colquitt. And finally, to round out the Chiefs' free agent frenzy, the Chiefs signed former defensive end for the Cowboys and Dolphins, Taco Charlton, to a one-year deal. And Chiefs Kingdom, I like this move. He is a big, athletic defensive end that I think will fit very nicely in Steve Spagnuolo's system. And he also played with Frank Clark at Michigan. And Frank Clark has already stated that he thinks that Taco Charlton would be a great fit in Kansas City. So for me, that's enough. So I'm already confident that Steve Spagnuolo can utilize this guy's talent, but it's going to be a tough challenge for Taco because the Chiefs already have so many defensive ends on the roster. But I think that if he goes to work and really puts his head down and just grinds, he's going to have a chance to make the roster. And he actually played with Anthony Hitchens in Dallas, and again, he played with Frank Clark at Michigan. So getting that chemistry in a defense is so important, and the Chiefs just brought in another guy with a lot of chemistry. And if Steve Spagnuolo can just help him get better, I think this is going to be a very good pickup. So let me know in the comments, do you guys like these Chiefs free agency moves? I personally like all of them except for the Dustin Colquitt one, and I understand that move. I mean, it's a business, and I understand that. He was set to make $2 million, which is a little much for his talent at the moment, but the guy was always consistent, and I think that for the sake of his journey in Kansas City, you might have given him the $2 million. But again, I understand it. For cap space, you had to get rid of him. And the Chiefs have a good replacement, but it's not going to be the same seeing another punter in Kansas City. But besides that, I love the pickups, and I think that all of them have a very good chance to come in right away and make a big impact on this Chiefs team. Hopefully these new acquisitions can help the Chiefs win another Super Bowl. Thank you everybody for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys really enjoy the content on the channel, the best thing you can do is subscribe. I would really appreciate that. You can also support the channel through the Patreon. The link to that is in the description. Thank you everybody for listening to the KC Sports Report by Michael Darcy.